You've been doing
Hey,
good?
what's up, Mortgage Coach community? Dave Savage and my good friend, Don Goettling. What's up, Don?
How's it going, buddy? Good to be
Going
with you,
good.
man.
It's going good, man. So we are broadcasting live in the Mortgage Coach Facebook group. I am recording this and we will push it live into the Mortgage Coach YouTube channel. And everybody, I am trying to do 1 or 2 top producer Mortgage Coach demos per week, so that not only for those of you that are like, what is Mortgage Coach and should I be on the team? We're telling you why we think you should be on the team and we're giving you a demo of what we do. But for even you Mortgage Coach users, you're going to learn how different rock stars in the Mortgage Coach community, how are they using Mortgage Coach? And then how are they leading with Mortgage Coach? In Don's case, he is a regional manager for Finance of America in Southern California. Don, if you could just give everybody just like a minute on who you are and a little bit about your mortgage practice, and then we'll get into the Mortgage Coach demo.
Okay, no problem. Hi, everyone. Glad to be part of the Mortgage Coach community. Been part of the Mortgage Coach community basically, right, Dave, from almost the inception.
Forever.
Forever. I've been a big fan and been using Mortgage Coach and the total cost analysis forever. And I've been in as a producer. Actually, I used to be on your weekly training calls as the man in the street who actually uses the program and walk people through how you use the program as opposed to somebody selling it. I was like, here's how I use it every day. Been using it for decades. Been in the industry 33 years, so long time. Was a top producer doing 50 to 60 million while running a branch, and now moved into an area manager position with Gino Fronti and Leslie. We're crushing. We got I don't know, 6 offices and actually 8 offices, 100 employees, 40 LOs, and it looks like we're going to crush 100 million this month. And a big piece of our success is Mortgage Coach, buddy.
Yeah, well, I love it. And he didn't say it, but he also used to be a professional motorcycle racer. And I just always love that because I raced, amateur and desert racing, and guys like you, I used to just watch and go I thought I was crazy and I was good. And I would just look at guys like Don and go, oh my God, dude, you're the craziest human being on earth and you're a baller. So
it is a crazy sport, no doubt about it. And it was legit though. I actually made Supercross finals. So back in the day, long time ago.
Dude, for a human being that made Supercross finals, like, you are a rare breed. All right. And you're a baller in the mortgage business. So let's get into Mortgage Coach. Why did you use Mortgage Coach, and why do you advocate to the loan officers that you lead that they use Mortgage Coach?
Well, Dave, I mean, you see me getting more and more involved recently with Mortgage. Always been involved, but even more so with my team and our region and our company, because I think Mortgage Coach and the TCAs right now, total cost analysis, are absolutely more important than ever. We have to be able to communicate and educate and inform and build trust. And no better way than doing it with great tools such as Mortgage Coach. I mean, if you're trying to do it with an LE, then you have no way to build trust. You're just throwing out a number, and I hate that. Dave, you know my saying about Mortgage Coach because I've been using it for so long. And I believe in it so much that if you're not using Mortgage Coach and total cost analysis and all the other tools, and we'll get into that, then we will crush you, plain and simple. I mean, I lost the program for a week, Dave, and I remember calling you going, hey, I'm in transition from one company to another and I don't have Mortgage Coach. And I was scared to death, Gina and I were scared to death that our competition had it and that we'd be blown out of the water, because you can't compare a total cost analysis that's four pages, full color, with all the information that they need to make an educated decision, let alone the other tools we'll get into, compared to an LE. It's a no-brainer, Dave.
Yeah, well, I love that. You were the first one I interviewed, a decade ago, pre-meltdown, that says, oh, why do you use Mortgage Coach? It was just to crush my competition. So I love that. So let's think of the problems that we're solving in today's market for both a loan officer, a branch manager, and a regional leader. Like, what are the problems we're solving? If you could just list them off, what comes to mind? Problem solved.
Main thing right now is how to properly communicate with a client that you can't do a face-to-face with right now. So by utilizing the total cost analysis, you can be a lot more articulate in walking them through, because you really have to build trust more than ever right now. because you can't do it face to face. So the TCA does it. And then, my favorite tool to initiate building trust is without having the video. Not everybody's comfortable with it, but you get comfortable with it. And at first, if you're just sending an email with numbers, they don't know who you are. There's no trust. There's no sincerity. There's no care. You can't cross-sell your referral partner. I love the fact that I can send a video with all the documentation, and we'll show a sample. But basically, when you open up with, hey, Don Goettling here, they've never met you probably. I'm really excited to help you get into your first home. You've picked an absolute perfect time with rates being where they are, and you picked the perfect team between Charlene and our team. We're going to take such good care of you. You're going to know everything you need to know. We're going to walk you through it, and we're going to find you the right home. Charlene is absolutely one of the best. She's going to actually find the home in your dreams and not just sell you a home. So be sure to articulate everything you want and that's important to you. Tell Charlene, she'll find it for you, and then I'll make sure that the numbers make sense and you get the best program and product for your goals. And you start off something like that, it's a no-brainer. I have people with the video I haven't met yet, Dave. I'll walk in and I'll meet them and they'll be like, hey, Dawn, how's it going? They give me a hug because they feel they know me because I do these videos. And believe me, the first ones were not pretty. But after, I look at them like, oh my God, I blink every time I talk. But you figure it out after a while.
So it's reducing rate shopping, it's improving conversion, it's helping you connect in a virtual world. And I've been doing a lot of interviews with top producers that, close crazy amounts of loans. They were meeting with 80% or 70% in person, and now it's all digital. And even when whatever the new normal is going to be, there's going to be a need to connect virtually like never before. So it's solving that. And then as a regional leader, have you noticed that when the loan officers that use Mortgage Coach, they have less price exceptions? They're more profitable. Any profitability problems that we're solving?
It's huge, Dave. And I'm a RSB, meaning basic. I have a P&L. I'm not on a glorified sales like I get over it. I'm actually on a P&L. So every concession matters. So when we see concession challenges with certain loan officers, of course, the first thing we ask is, hey, are you sending out a TCA to them, or are you sending out just LEs? Are you getting price shopped? Eliminate the price shopping, because the TCA differentiates you from everyone else and gives you a leg up to where you kind of take price out of the gambit. Being part of your community, Dave, I learned a lot from Jeremy. I watched his, and what a brilliant idea when you start with a TCA for a new home buyer and you say, I'm going to give you a range. That way they aren't locked and loaded in one interest rate, and if they don't get that interest rate, they're out and they're going to start shopping you. He gives a range. It could be between, just for now, example, 3.25 and 3.75. Right now around 3.5, but you're not in escrow yet. So I'm going to give you a range so you know if it goes down what it could be and if it goes up what it can be. So you can be comfortable when you do put that offer and go into escrow. That stuff is imperative. So between that and the connection piece, using the TCA, walking them through, adding value, and doing the video so that they actually connect with them, you can show that you really care and have sincerity and ask the right questions, you can really head towards their goals and eliminate the price shopping and the concessions. It's helped us immensely. You can't even compare the two.
So two things, guys. One, we're going to get into product and we're going to demo it, where he's going to share his desktop and we're going to show you different features and functions and the technology demo. I just think it's so important that it's so much easier to fail with new technology, like buy something and not use it, or roll it out at a company-wide and everybody doesn't use it, than succeed. And one of the most important things when succeeding with technology is to build a compelling why. Like, why am I going to do it? And so that's why I'm spending, 10, 15 minutes, like, why? And what are the problems that we're solving? One more problem I know we solve for a lot of people, it's just time. And some people, they look at Mortgage Coach, they're like, oh, it's too much time. I'm too busy. And I know, I got loan officers that create 300 TCAs a month, 100 a month. And they would all tell you, it saves me time. It doesn't cost me time. Could you speak to, does Mortgage Coach save time?
100%. In fact, I was going to jump in on that because honestly, I know even now I'm not in the trenches as much. I could still create a TCA with 4 scenarios faster than you can probably do an LE. And it doesn't need to save time in just producing it. one, it's easier and fun. You're step by step. I mean, once you learn the steps through TCA, it's a mortgage coach. It's amazing. It's really easy. You just go page to page and answer the questions, and it creates this beautiful live, interactive link that you can go over with them. But it eliminates questions down the road, eliminates phone calls later, eliminates rate shopping, all these other things that are on the background that cost you a lot of time. So I always I mean, we push it to every single LO. There's not an LO that's in my region that does not use Mortgage Coach or Iowa Tacnum. It is the best tool, and if you're not using it, you're crazy. So all of them use it, and it saves a ton of time. Plus, look about refinances. Once you have templates set up in there, you can go through so quick and do refinance scenarios showing what their true savings is over time, if they're saving, if they reinvested the saving, how fast they can pay down their mortgage. You can do all this inside the system in minutes. It is the best.
All right, so let's get into the how. Don, yesterday when I did this demo with Jeremy, my computer actually stalled out. So if that does happen, just you keep going, just like Dave.
I saw that.
So if I blow up, don't go like, where's Dave? Just run the show. So let's talk about how you use Mortgage Coach. Why don't you share your desktop? Okay. There's a few product feature things that I want to make sure everybody sees. And then I would love for you to, after I kind of go through the advice platform and I demo a few things, I want you to show a few TCAs. So first of all, you are the gamification platform right now. And you can see that if you click on that little box right next to where it says TCA created, and there's a little box with an arrow pointing down, over by your badge, by your Grandmaster badge. Do you see the Grandmaster badge, the red Grandmaster badge?
Yeah.
Right to the right of that? There you go. No, click on the little arrow pointing up. Right. There you go. So guys, first of all, when it comes to learning Mortgage Coach, we're gonna just walk you through breadcrumb after breadcrumb. Going from white belt, I give fee worksheets, rate, payment, cash to close, to I'm a grandmaster who's done 1,000 of these things. And if you could close that real quick, we have onboarding badges. So we're gonna breadcrumb you through, got your headshot, got your logo, get everything set up. And again, not just teach you to use our product, teach you to be a mortgage advisor. Like this is not just black belt in Mortgage Coach, this is black belt in advice. So for all you managers on, you want them to use Mortgage Coach, not just because it's a great presentation, but because it's gonna upgrade your sales force to be a modern loan officer. The definition of a modern loan officer is someone that uses technology and someone that delivers advice. At least that's my opinion. Now there's a lot of nuances below that. There's a lot of details, but going beyond transaction, delivering advice, and leveraging technology in a way that helps improve connection, that's what you're bringing people into. So Don, let's go to a loan. First of all, Don, anything you want to add to this just from a sales?
I do, because as a manager that, promotes the product so hard, and everybody's really busy. They always are busy. Everybody knows, especially your manager, how busy loan officers are claimed to be at times. And this is really key because as the manager, I had to do a lot of the training myself. You know that. I've been doing it for years. And now they have this platform that walks them through white belt to master's program, one by one, learning every little intricacy of Mortgage Coach step by step is huge. Because even if I walk them through it, they forget about half the stuff I showed them. And then they'd be back going, what do I click here? How do I fix this? Brilliant, Dave. I wish we would have had that years ago. And it's really nice that you guys have put that together. Not including the mastermind community that you have, that it really helps everybody take it to the next level.
Yeah, so let's go to the home screen real quick. And I want to shout out a few other things. So I make one of my top 3 jobs as CEO of Mortgage Coach to interview amazing professionals and showcase their best practices and how they're successful. And then the Mortgage Coach YouTube channel is a treasure chest of gold. Like, get your loan officers to watch that content like it's Netflix for mortgage professionals. But what we're also doing is we're taking the best videos and we're putting them in the right place at the right time within more.
Looks like Dave froze, as he was worried about. All right, I'm sure Dave will come back in a little bit. So what I'm going to do is walk you through a few of the options we have. There are so many options, which is really nice. Whether it's a first-time home buyer, it's a refinance, a debt consolidation, multiple products for, or multiple sale prices for a buyer. It is so easy, and you can add video, or you can add audio, or you can do nothing. It depends on what you want to do. So one of my favorite ones is here, and you can find it on, I think, Mortgage Archive, is my Fred Renter, I call it. And it's a rent versus own. And basically, you're able to just walk through, as you can say, just inputting information. It's very easy. Get my first home, current rent, 3% annual rent increase, affordability. That's only if they want to give their income and all that. We do that all separately, don't we? But the key thing is, oops, go down, tax bracket. That's important because it shows their potential tax savings. They have to talk to their CPA, just as a disclaimer always. Okay, so basically what you can do is you can go through multiple options. So you just go through each one, you just add in the information, interest rate, closing costs. What's really nice is once you put in your templates, your state, California for me, template, which just say it's VA, it'll have the whole template already done for you that you can basically just adjust maybe escrow and title, and boom, it's done like that. You just add you can add fees, you can add custom fees. It's that easy. It shows what the closing costs are, the whole 9 yards. And then you basically go through and add up anything else you can think of, the VA funding fee, make sure you're in, and so forth. It walks you through it. And I'm not going to waste a lot of your time because I want to show you some of these other scenarios, but you can see it walks you through each of these scenarios. So we have a VA, FHA, a 5% down, and a 10% down breakdown. And you choose rent, like here, rent versus principal paid. You can see rent versus tax benefit, tax benefit. I always choose rent versus principal paid. There you are, Dave. So I've just been rocking and rolling.
keep rolling and I'll jump in.
So these are cool because you can show, for example, rent in 5 years, they would have paid almost $160,000 in rent versus paying, between $47,000 and $50,000 in principal. Here's the big daddy too. You start showing on what kind of net worth they can have in 10 years. It's a game changer. I mean, it basically sells itself. And then you go down the presentation, and again, you just click through everything. It just shows you all the breakdowns. And at the very end, I'm going to go through a little quick. Here's a preview of it. And this is what they're going to see basically. Even on the live link, they're going to say the same thing, and you can basically go through it on the link and highlight certain things like this right in front of them. It's amazing.
So that's our live highlighter, guys, where Don would email or text the link to the family, and now the family's clicking on it, and he could be talking to them on the phone while moving things. And I'm seeing more loan officers use a combination of Mortgage Coach live highlighting and Zoom. So we're on both. But when I talk to loan officers about best practices, they're saying like the total cost analysis is my way to give digital virtual advice to every client. Sometimes I put them on Zoom, sometimes it's just a phone call. Like that's depending on the nature of the relationship and the sales situation. But every family should be getting this total cost analysis. And again, digital link, and you could give it to multiple people. So like husband could be looking at it, wife could be looking at it, realtor could be looking at it. You just generate that link and you add it. Keep it going, brother.
So it's as easy as this. When you can either add audio like this. When you generate the link, it'll pop up here.
And guys, you could add an audio note, a voice note, and you could do it on your desktop or on your iPhone.
Yeah, because you saw there you had a choice to do it on your phone or your web browser. I'm on my web browser, but it's as easy as this. Record a message, and you can see everything here. It's right in front of you, so you can articulate what they're seeing, so you're not trying to remember everything and blow up the numbers that you're actually trying to share with them and stuff. So, and you can highlight certain things like total payment. You can go through and highlight the payments so they can see the difference in the payments. Oops. depending on what down payment they put. And you just hit record message and your screen pops up, allow, and it'll show your video, and you can either do a record audio only, or you can record the video. It's that easy. You record it, it saves it. So when they open up the analysis, when you send them this link here, and usually what I do, I don't know if I could, basically I just copy and paste and I put that as a hyperlink. I put in here, and Jeremy, I love what Jeremy said, he puts it really, open this link for your personal mortgage plan, as opposed to, here's your numbers. This is your personal mortgage plan, Mike and Terry. Whatever you want, you highlight it, you put this link in the hyperlinks, and they click on it, it opens up, your video opens up. Hey, Mike and Terry, really excited to be working with you. So excited to get you in your new home. I know Charlene and I are gonna do a great job for you, yada, yada, woo! You got excitement, expression, connection, all that good stuff. It's
Love it. So real quick, I wanna make sure notice in the upper right-hand corner of the toolbox, you can always add a video from every screen. You could always launch it into a live preview experience from every screen. If you scroll down, you'll notice that we recently, scroll down in the toolbox real quick. You'll notice, no, stop right there. That is Optimal Blue's live rate locks. So right now, consumers out there in the marketplace, when they think they know what rates are, they know what rates are marketed at by Bankrate, by Zillow, by online lenders. This is what rates are actually getting locked in at through the Optimal Blue network. You'll notice if you scroll down more, the most recent Tuesday interview is here. You'll notice that our Rate Watch commentary from Dan Rawich is right
Love
here.
the Rate Watch. Love the
and
Rate
we'll show
Watch.
Rate Watch before we wrap this up. And then you'll notice we do live training every day of the week. So if you're new, you can get trained every Monday, and it's also recorded in our YouTube channel. So a complete calendar. What we're trying to do is becoming that black belt, and we're building that into the platform. So it's a gamified learning management system that is an advice engine. So what's another strategy you want to walk us through? Like this is
something here that, pardon? One of the other things being used right now is with the coronavirus, there's a lot of concerns about the market and sellers not wanting to obviously lower their price because the market's there's a lot of fear in the market right now. So one of the options I've been offering some of our agents is, hey, there's not a seller in the world that likes to hear that their price, they need to reduce their price. It makes them feel bad about their home. What's wrong with my home? Why do I have to all of a sudden reduce the price? I thought we were in a hot market. Yeah, I realize there's Corona, but I already had a vision of what I want my price to be. But they're not silly. They know that, hey, if I need to sell right now, I might have to negotiate some. So there's nothing worse than lowering the price. So I'll show you a preview. Instead of lowering the price, we're suggesting the agent either offer closing costs credit or a seller buy down, which is a lot more effective than lowering the price. Oops, I think I opened the wrong one. I did.
Well, he's getting to that, guys. I've done a lot of interviews. In fact, I had Realtor Glenn Bill, 100+ sales a year realtor. Scott Nicholson just now did a 9-minute live role play where he said, hey, I've got this home where it's listed for this. The buyer has an offer that wants to buy it for this. We're willing to do it for this. How can the buy down? So listen to the role playing on that. Also check out sellerbuydown.com and lenderlaunchpad.com so you can see what Scott Nicholson's doing and how he's turning a seller buy down not only into a great strategy, but into a lead gen tool.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line though, you'll see that instead of having to lower the price $35,000, they can lower it basically $15,000. Use that $15,000, pay down their interest rate, and it's a lot more effective than lowering the price an additional $20,000. And you can show the numbers to them, and the seller's going to feel a lot better. Oh,
so let's walk us through it.
Actually, I don't know what I did with that. I got to find it. This is
Let's do a different one. And then I'm going to demo the mobile app. And when I'm showing the mobile app, you can go find it. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I had that whole thing.
Here's the deal, guys. Even if we can't demo that seller buy down, there's so much content in the mortgage coach community around seller buy down. And if you're watching this in our YouTube channel, I'll put a link to the seller buy down in the link down below. So you can kind of like hey, I want to see how that shows up in one of Don Gottling's TCAs, there'll be a link in show notes on Don Gottling's seller buy down analysis.
It's funny. I know what I was going to do. I was going to show the email that I sent you that kind of I sent with it to help articulate the savings in a little screenshot on top of it. But I'll find that for you. Okay, another good one. Let's go back to first-time home buyer. There's not that's a no-brainer. You got, let's see, you want first-time home buyer, Dave, or do we want to do debt consolidation?
Let's do a first-time home buyer, and again, I'm doing these special guest demos. And so guys, Jeremy Forcier went through one of his refis. He built that out. Watch the Jeremy Forcier Mortgage Coach demo, and he live, top producer, built out one. So just show me whatever you want to show me, bro.
Okay, so this is a first-time home buyer. This is one of the best ones, especially when you tie it into your real estate professional and send it to them as well, so that they know, one, now they don't have to go, because the first question a buyer is going to say when they find a home of their dreams is, what do you think my payment's going to be? And the real estate agent really doesn't want to be the one to answer that. They don't know where interest rates are. They don't want to start figuring out insurance and property taxes and closing costs and all that. Instead, you have it all done. And I'll just show you, same thing. We walk through a scenario of 475, 500, 525, 550 to basically let the buyer know that when you're out looking, you know exactly what your payment is while you're looking. So you don't have to go, I don't know if it's worth it for the extra $25,000 to have Johnny his own room versus having to share a room, or to get that pool I want. Now, basically with this breakdown you'll see here, we can articulate it really easy for not just the buyers, but also the agent to know exactly where they stand, so there's no surprises. It's downloading right now. Here we go. See, it's live. All right, it'll pop up here. So this is the same thing that they're going to get, and they love it because now they'll know. Maybe my internet might be a little slow right now. Here it is. So here you go. Sale price of between $475 all the way to $550 with their particular scenario and interest rates projected now, and they know exactly what their payment is. There's no surprises. They know exactly. So they may look at it, instead of having to buy a $475, they find a $525 house, for example, that they like so much better. And they look at it and they go, oh, it's $300 difference a month. We can do that. Let's get this home. Where they're like, I don't know where the payment's going to be. I'm not going to make an offer. And by the time they think about it or maybe try to make a decision, the house is gone. And we're going to have those times again, because we really believe we're heading into another housing boom for years to come, thank goodness, because rates are going to stay down for, I think, at least 3 years. So I hope you're prepared for the next housing boom and preparing your agents for it. But this is a beautiful thing. And then you send them, of course, a video that says, hey, I'm really excited for you. And I explain to them what it looks like when they get the descent. Don't get overwhelmed by all this information, just making sure you have all the information needed. The left-hand side, you're going to see it's a breakdown of all your numbers for each sale price. The top right, the differences in your payment for each sale price. The middle one, hey, this is what you would have paid in rent if you would continue renting at almost $150,000 versus paying almost $50,000 in principal. And look at your net worth over time if you purchase now versus renting. This is great information. So that's one of my favorites. I absolutely love the rent versus own and the first-time home buyer one.
Cool. So Don, just to net out a few things, how long, you said this takes you about 4 minutes?
5 minutes, man. I can go through it so fast.
So 4 to 5 minutes to create it. And then you're a team leader. So do you have your production partner create most of these, or do you create most of them?
Now I have my production partner do it, which is really cool. I've taught him how to use it really well. So what's nice is I give him all the parameters. I talk to Mike and Tammy, blah, blah. Here's what their parameters are. Here's what looking, and create a TCA. Like if you look here, perfect example, thank you, Dave, is these two right here, Wigan and SBZ are two new refinances. We had trigger amounts, and you guys are hopefully all doing this, where maybe they're not ready now, but if they hit this number, they'll be ready to refi. It makes sense because you've already gone through this to see if it makes sense, if the savings make sense for the cost or no cost, or if they should refinance it. And these two basically said, once you get to this number, I'll be ready to refi. So I had Don T, who helps me with Don Tasinovich. He put these all in for me. I grab the link. I send the email with my pretty face going, hey, Mike or Tim Wiegand, I'm really excited to help you out, buddy, because your number has come up, and let's make sure we take advantage of this. It's that easy.
I love it. So let me share my desktop. I want to show a few more things. Don, if you could.
And I found the seller buy down when you want. I'll stop sharing though, and we can go back.
Okay. Cool. I will share my desktop in just a minute. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Cool. So guys, this is, well, you don't see my desktop.
Nope, not yet.
I get it. Any questions you have, we're pushing this in Facebook Live. So everybody in Facebook Live, in a minute, I'm going to go over. Someone did ask the question on the price. The price of Mortgage Coach, a lot of people think it's $120 a month with no commitment. And that is true. It does cost $120 a month, no commitment and no setup fee. But the real cost of Mortgage Coach is a loan a month or more. I mean, if you ask Jeremy Forcier, our top producers,
It's more than that.
how much from a result standpoint is Mortgage Coach worth on?
I mean, it's probably worth, for me, especially how busy I am, it's worth, I'd say, no joke, at least 5 loans a month. Easy.
So guys, it's a lot. It's not $120 a month, but if you want to pay the $120 a month, you go to our website. There's a link to do it. If you're watching this in YouTube, there'll be a link down below to sign up for Mortgage Coach, $120 a month. And what you're looking at right now is Rate Watch. And that is a beautiful color. That means there are no midday rate changes, or at least we're trending not midday rate changes for the day. I hear a lot of people really like this feature, the Day Watch.
I like it.
Do you use this Day Watch feature?
Especially as a leader, because I'll have LOs go, hey, the market's up 15 basis points. How come I didn't get a reprice? I'm like, okay, here's when we priced. Here's where the market is. It's gone up and down since then. We're still at the same level. And it lets me know when and it lets me warn my team. Gino and I send out warnings all the time when we start seeing it go negatively or positively. We can send an update to our entire sales team like that and say, hey guys, time to lock, or hey, go ahead and float. We feel very confident where the market's going right now.
Yeah, you'll notice there's a share button on every screen in Mortgage Coach. You can email it, you can text it, Facebook it. Jeremy said he loves that clip to clipboard because then you can have that image and put it into another email. So again, every screen in Mortgage Coach, you could do that.
Oh, on that too, Dave, when you go longer periods of time too, you can share that where the market was. When they're like, hey, how did my rate change? Well, this is why. The market fell out, you know, since we last talked, you know.
Yeah, see guys, I'm changing
Like
it. If you turn it sideways, you know, it changes and it's shareable. The Optimal Blue Live Market Index, you could share that on what rates are at. We've got a commentary in here. Dan Rawich puts in a morning content every morning.
Watch it every day.
So does Neil Turney. We've got, you know, experts putting in commentary. And by the way, all those are shared. So if you like the Dan Rawich video and you want to share it, go to it, click a button and share it.
Those are invaluable, Dave, because now you can articulate what's going on in the market, because they go, why are rates going to go up? Why aren't they going to go up? Blah, blah, blah. You can just read these and go, well, because the GDP this, or because unemployment this, or because this is the direction we feel it's going. It's amazing. It educates you every day.
So again, super simple on your device, and it gives you alerts. Every time someone clicks on one of your TCAs, you're going to get an alert that TCA was viewed. So
I use that all the time, Dave, because when that goes up, I'll reach out to him and say, hey, Mike, I just saw you open the TCA. Do you have any questions on it? Did you understand it? And it's like, wow, you're on it. I'm like, yeah, and I can adjust it right now. If you want, and they're like, well, I was wondering if I put.
Hey there, Garrett.
So this is from our demo with Jeremy yesterday, but it's got your picture, your branding. This is what it looks like on a mobile device. It can be really high level graphs and charts, and you can get really detailed. And you'll notice, like on a mobile device, this was a refinance strategy. Jeremy said, hey, what if you did the refi and you lowered your payment by $265 a month? And what if you took that $265 and prepaid your mortgage? You could have it paid off in 25 years. So again, all in the palm of your hand. Dawn, I had asked Jeremy this question. I would love to know how you would answer it. But do you log in and use the mobile app? So like log in yourself
Yeah,
and use this?
I do. It's just super convenient. You almost have to nowadays. And I love it, especially like I said, if I know that somebody opened up a total cost analysis right then, I can open up on my phone and say, hey, you want to go over it? And it's live. It's right there, and I can walk them right through it. Matters where I don't have to go, hey, let me get back to my desk or anything. I can go through it right there. I can do videos right from my phone. I mean, it's very user friendly, and for a client, they can open it up on their phones.
So
So
guys,
it's awesome.
what are the results? Saves you time, improves your virtual connection, creates a better conversion rate. What about with realtors? Do realtors like the TCA, and does it help get more referrals?
Well, let me show you the seller buy down real quick.
Bring it up,
That
bro.
was a key piece that I've been using lately. Okay, here it is. So can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, so this was a seller buy down basically in California of a $750,000 home. And this is helping the agent because they're like, oh, they're gonna hate this. Say, here, I got another strategy for you. So we basically showed, here's basically 750 with 20% down what their payment would be at the same rate across the board with except for the payment. So here's their cash to close and their payment. So we showed them if you reduce the price down to 738, is the same as if you basically lowered paid down the interest rate down to 3.375. You would have had to, right here, you would have had to lower the price to accomplish the same mortgage payment. You would have had to lower the price to $715,000. Huge difference to get that same benefit. We're looking at, you can lower their payment from $36.97 to $35.71 for literally, I think it's $12,000. You can drastically lower their payment. And how sexy is when you tell somebody instead of 3 3/4, just for example, we're going to help you get 3.375. That's bragging rights right there, let alone the ability to not have to lower the price of $35,000. Instead, you can lower it 12. Big difference. That's one of the ways. Plus educating the agent. Oops, I need to stop sharing. Educating the agent, updating the agent, edifying the agent. They love that. Who doesn't want to be? We've had our, we do the radio show, Dave, for 10 years now. We bring real estate professionals on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, brother.
Okay, good.
Keep going,
Okay.
man.
So the key thing is we have the radio show, we do a podcast, go to donandgino.com. And edifying an agent is amazing. There's not an agent in the world that doesn't like to be edified, like, ooh, this is it. So when you send out a mortgage coach, we send it to them as well, saying, hey, Mike and Tammy, really excited. Again, as you mentioned, you heard me mention before, so glad you're working with Charlene. Charlene is one of my favorites, especially when working with new home buyers. There's nobody better because she really cares. She knows the market. She specializes in buyers. The big agents you see, they're worried about listings. They're not really that interested in you. Charlene works with buyers. She loves you, and she's going to really find what you want. The school district you want, the amount of bedrooms you want, what you want, not what they want to sell you. She's patient. She's wonderful. She's sweet. You're going to love her. And now I'm going to go over the numbers so you have all the numbers. I mean, they're just like, yeah, because you're going to lock and load each other. You don't want the buyers being, going off to other agents because you lose control. And of course, the agent doesn't want them using a different lender because they lose control. So again, it's partnering, and you can do, I'm sure you can show, but you can do a partner. Let's see, where's my.
So Don, I want to show my screen again. Guys, if you have questions, put them down below. And here's the deal, guys. Mortgage Coach is going to deliver these results: improved conversion, more past client referrals, easier and faster refis than ever, and just making everything you do faster and better. If you want to be a black belt in mortgage advice in the most efficient and effective way possible, get on our team and we'll walk you through it. Like, everything you need to know, the price, that we're going to teach you and train you all the way through it so that you have the ultimate mortgage experience. So all you need to do, if you're on this call right now, go to mortgagecoach.com, click on our lender service tab, and click on the new member sign up button. Boom, just click right there, put in your information, first and last name. It's $120 a month. There is no commitment. You can cancel anytime, no setup fee, and you will get the reward of extra loans every month. So whatever a loan is worth to you, that is the value of Mortgage Coach.
The best investment you could ever have, ever. And you know me, I've been to all the events with you, Dave, whether it's Todd Duncan, Stephen Marshall, I have coaching, I have weekly coaching. Best investment I've ever done in my career, without a doubt, and not just buttering you up, Dave, is Mortgage Coach. I mean, I use it every day. I love it. It's a great program. I make sure all my team members use it throughout Finance America. We're really behind it. It's the best. And 120, if you don't invest that into your business, you're silly. And again, if you don't, we will crush you. Absolutely. You can't compete with us. That's how confident we are on it.
I love that, brother. So hopefully you join us on the Mortgage Coach team. Dude, I so appreciate you taking this hour to just pour into the Mortgage Coach community and help me make a case. You know, I am Mr. Mortgage Coach, but guys, 34% of loan officers that do over 100 loans a year are part of this family called Mortgage Coach. So it's a
great family, Dave.
Jump on it. Yeah, no, it's a great fam. Well, bro, appreciate you, and let's wrap this up. Have a good one, man. And if you got value from this, give us a like. Let us know that you got value from today's demo.
All right, thanks. And then you guys check out donagino.com. Love to add more value in your lives. That's what we're all about. Thanks, Dave. You're the man.
You the man.